Right, if you're a first-time buyer in the UK right now, you've probably heard it all. Wait for prices to drop, the market's too crazy, it's not the right time. But here's the truth. 2025 brought some unexpected twists that could actually work in your favour. Let's unpack what's new and what it means for you as a first-time buyer. We're going to look at the first home scheme, Trump's tariff, stamp duty changes, interest rate predictions, and housing market predictions. Stay around to the end where we'll jump onto my mortgage sourcing system and check out what mortgage rates look like with 5, 10 and 15% deposits. 1. The first home scheme. I've been asked a lot about this scheme as it seemed to start a few years ago, but where's all the properties? They started initially in the Midlands and plans on building 10,000 new homes per year where you can get between 30 to 50% discount on new build properties. This discount will then be passed over to the next buyer. The amount of discount depends on whether you're a first-time buyer, if you live locally, how long you've lived locally for, and the type of job title you have. Obviously, the more boxes you tick, the greater the discount. When searching for properties online on Rightmove and Zoopla, they'll give clear instructions. They'll be clearly marked as a first home scheme property, and you can set the filters to include new homes and buying schemes to make sure they come up. If you don't see any, that's because they're not in your area yet, but you should see them arriving imminently throughout the country. New build properties are not for everyone. You might just prefer an older property. Just bear in mind that in the economic era we are in right now, it's probably best to go for a new build if you want cheaper utilities, better insulation and faster broadband. 2. Trump's tariff. Trump's tariff. So what's this all about and why should it affect you as a first-time buyer in the UK? So Donald Trump has significantly changed tariffs. A tariff is to do with the costs relating to import and exports. For example, Donald Trump has increased tax charged on foreign cars. So ideally they want to improve the US economy so that US consumers only buy US vehicles. America are obviously a big player in how the country's trade, and the change in tariffs have meant mortgage lenders have reduced rates immediately to try and boost economy in response to concerns of an economic downturn. This is another completely unpredictable twist to the market, and this is good news for first-time buyers who are hoping for lower mortgage rates. 3. Stamp duty changes. So at the end of March 25, stamp duty thresholds returned to their previous tiered rates and the discounted benefits have stopped. This means as a first-time buyer, you can purchase a property up to £300,000 now without any stamp duty. If you purchase a property for over £300,000 up to £925,000, you're going to pay 5% of anything between that threshold. So a £400,000 property, you'd pay 5% on anything over £300,000, so that's £100,000 at 5%, which equals £5,000. As things stand, I can't see anything changing within the near future. 4. Interest rate predictions. I think we're likely to see 3 or 4 reductions in the Bank of England base rate over the next 12 months, which is great news, partly in response to the possibility of, a slowdown in the economy, and also because inflation is now finally cooling. So we could see mortgage rates going below 4% with just a 5% deposit, and we may even see rates going below 3% at some point within the near future. I believe we will see a gap between the 2-year and the 5-year fixed rate get closer, as for the last few years, 5-year fixed have been lower in rate, but mortgage lenders are reducing shorter term fixed rates to boost the economy over the next couple of years. I've also seen mortgage lenders like Santander relax their stress testing, mean you can borrow more. So moving forwards, I think first-time buyers are going to be able to borrow more at lower rates, meaning it's going to help you get onto the property ladder quickly. 5. Housing market predictions. In 2024, the market stagnated and there wasn't too much growth at all. And I do think steady growth is expected over the next 12 months or so, but of course it does depend where you are in the UK, because there's, mini markets happening all all over the country. London is often affected differently, and then there are more remote areas with fewer properties who don't always react the same as, you know, more populated areas such as the southeast. The new home scheme is certainly going to grow and move forwards and become more popular in the next few years, and mortgage lenders look like they will carry on relaxing criterias, making it easier for us to get on the property ladder for the first time. There's talk of a downturn in the economy, but I don't think that frightens people anymore, considering what we've all been through over the last 5 years or so. We've effectively experienced a massive downturn, so I think moving forwards the market looks bright. So let's jump on the computer and let's see what the mortgage rates are looking like for 2 and 5 year fixed rates over a 5, 10 and 15% deposit. Right, let's go with a purchase price of 300,000 and the loan to value 95%. Okay, savings as deposit. Let's have a look at 30-year term, and we're going to go all fixed rates. Okay, and we're going to go first time buyers. I'm going to take off the green eco products as they're only for energy performance certificate ratings of A and above. So limited edition, so you might not get this direct, but we're looking at 4.95%. Okay, and that is a 5-year fixed rate, which is currently looking better. Okay, so we're looking at £1,520 a month if you're buying a property at 300 grand with a 5% deposit over 30 years on a 5-year fixed rate. Let's just have a little look at the 2 years here. Okay, keep everything else the same. So that was 1,520. And we're now looking at 2-year fixed rate. Okay, nationwide, 5.19%, £1,568.77. All right, so not a huge difference. That gap has definitely closed. I mean, around 5% with a 5% in rate with a 5% deposit. I mean, God, a year ago we were much higher than that. So good news there. Let's change the requirements here to 90% with a 10% deposit. Okay, so the best 2 year, we're looking at 4.62% with Skipton. It's a limited edition, £1,495 fee, £1,393.95 per month. Let's have a look at the 5-year fixed rate on that one. Okay, so with a 10% deposit, this is over 30 years as well. Okay, we're looking at 4.57% there with a 5-year fixed, £1,384.39 as a repayment, and we're looking at NatWest there. That's an intermediary first-time buyer product. Okay, looking good. So let's now go with a 15% deposit and update that one. And we're going to look at, here we go. So we're going to look at the 5-year first. So 4.3%, £1,268.42 per month with Accord Mortgages. Okay, who you would need to go direct via a broker to obtain that, as Accord are only direct, or not direct, should I say, only via brokers. And then let's look at the 2-year fixed rate there on the same details, £300,000 purchase price, 15% deposit. Over the 2 year, we're looking at Accord again, 4.39%. Okay, and like I mentioned before, I do expect these rates to come down. £1,495 fee on that one, but you know, that gives you an idea on the rates here and the monthly payments, just where we are. Obviously, you know, this is just purely looking at the rates of these mortgages, and today the date 16th of April 2025. Do expect in a month or so these to be a little bit lower, and obviously when you speak to a mortgage advisor, they'll advise you if a fixed rate or a variable rate is best for your circumstances. This is purely just looking at the mortgage rates. Okay, back to the video. So thanks for watching today. If you've enjoyed today's video and feel like you're getting value, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Everything we do is for first-time buyers. And if you do want to discuss your mortgage options as a first-time buyer, just book a free, no obligation chat with me using the link in the corner of the screen. Mortgage warning. As a mortgage is secured against your home, it could be repossessed if you do not keep up the mortgage repayments. So thanks for watching today's video. Please check out the show notes for a recap with access to any links discussed today. And if you feel like you're getting value from this channel, please do consider subscribing and ringing the bell. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you in the next one.